there it is. Found it. It's just behind me. Oh shit, voices. Yes. I don't know why, but I like always forget that I'm gonna do voices. And I literally just like when I play this like, oh right, my throat is gonna hate me. There we go. So I'm gonna pull this thing down here. Here we go. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna have them over my ears so I can have these on. What's kind of fun with this is if I have these on for too long, I just feel like my ears are being squashed. When I have this thing on, it's enough to actually bring these out and not crush my ears. My real name is Nikolina Pavlova. Jesus. Sorry for butchering that. Everything you said was correct. You're absconded during one of the ballet company's performances in order to escape your homeland. Late that same night, you stole aboard this vessel. Is he trying to say she stole something on the vessel, or the fuck is that? The problem is like they do have like how you used to pronounce things in the old ways. And I have read a book in Old Swedish, and I have been living in Sweden for 27 years, and I cannot understand shit in that thing. At all! Could you really have snuck on board without being noticed? They knew who was in here. In order to obscure your true identity, you somewhat recklessly took the guise of an old gentleman. And you intend to sever all links with your past by severing your long hair. That makes sense, because she did have a scissors, and we thought it was going to do something with it, but apparently she had golden locks. Like, the thing is with all the, like, the palette in this game, it feels like the hair is not like golden locks. It's more like, I would say cream. I would say cream. I don't know why I'm talking about hair colors, really. Not really the person for doing that. Like, just look at my hair. My personal recommendation is to leave well alone. I'm gonna agree with that, actually. So it was you. So if it was just you about to cut off. So if it was just you about to cut off your own hair, who was it that let out the scream we heard from outside the cabin? I don't know what it is with me today. I'm trying to read. I know I was tired the Sunday, but what is going on today? I have no idea. The thing I like when playing like console game is I can actually see your chat here now. That vertical tinkling of a bell. Why, none other than this young lady, naturally. More like full set of pipes. Yeah, it was a high scream. I was so scared when I ran away from in Shanghai. I'm sure they would have come looking for me. That's why I decided to, how do you say it, disguise myself, so no one would recognize me. As a result, you transformed yourself into that questionable old man. I see. I'm trying to remember the voices. I'm so bad at remembering the voices because it's like I literally just remember, oh, I'm doing voices, and my train of thought stops there. It's not like, oh, okay, she had this voice, he had that voice. It's more like, right. Put on the fur hat and fake beard. Then just before you came in here, I saw in the newspaper, right on the page, there was a picture of me. Was that why you were screaming? Looks a bit better actually with the hair down. Not that I complain with this picture anyway, but still. I knew that if I didn't change my appearance completely, they would find me. So I decided to cut all my hair as fast as possible. I picked up the scissors in my hand and... At that precise moment, we walked in through the annoying little unlocked cabin door. Yeah, right. I just remember why I just thought like, yeah, it's a bit annoying. No, it's a bit annoying that it was not locked because then no one would be able to figure out what she had done more or less. But I just realized he wanted it locked so he could kick it down. I just realized that now, or more or less remembered it. Things happen like that sometimes, don't they? Things do indeed happen like that from time to time. Are we even talking about the same thing? No idea. I have no clue right now, to be honest. There's just one more thing I'd like to know. Yeah, what's in the bag there? Or suitcase, traveling case. What exactly do you have inside your traveling case? Yo! Dario! The fuck? I was like, I forgot I had changed that to that. What? Hi! Welcome! Welcome! Holy crap. The tour... Welcome! Hold on. I literally have to do this now, because... it's not so often I've done this. Welcome to the stream! Whoop! And thank you! Hold on! It's not often shit like this is happening to me that I have absolutely no clue what's going on! Did it work? Yes, it did work. Yikes! Wait, hold on. So now I need to welcome people here. So welcome everyone. Welcome Yoko Pokumo and the Avocado Sam. Welcome. Sorry, Jesus, it's not often stuff like that happening to me. So when it happens, it's like, what am I gonna do now? Oh, January Tim, welcome. I hesitate in many names because I'm trying to actually pronounce them right. I don't want to butcher them. That's why I hesitate sometimes. So yeah, I'm playing some the Great Ace Attorney. We're on the second case. No, it's like the first case, but it's like the second trial or whatever. But yeah, welcome everyone. Probably true. I don't wish to, like, I am butchering a lot right now when I'm trying to pronounce words. But I completely forgot I had the march sound, so when I heard, I was like, what am I listening to? Like, what just happened? I don't know why I don't have a picture for that. I should have had something. And also time for voices again. Holy crap. Please don't tell anyone. If the cabin finds out, if you say to anyone of the crew. Your secret is safe with us, I assume you. But in return, you must tell us, in as much detail as you can muster, about the events of last night. Also, I just realized that it's gone up to 5 now. I just can realize that because I often forgot to reset the follower goal for the day. So I had 1 follower on Sunday and 2 between Sunday and today, so I forgot that, and now it's like up to 5. Holy crap. We need to... Oh, thank you so much there, y'all. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just sitting and streaming. I enjoy streaming. That's why I'm streaming. Well, Mr. Narahudo. Wasn't it something Mr. Sholmes' great deduction? Well, if I don't remember incorrectly, I had to more or less actually do something last time as well when I did that. I'm just not entirely sure what. But at least Miss Pavlova has agreed to tell us what she knows. That's incredible. Yeah, have a great time yourself, actually. And thank you. Thank you for the raid and welcome, everybody. Indeed, it is incredible. Well, thank you a lot, actually. As you probably noticed, stuff like that does not happen often here, so I was like, I don't know how to react. No, like, no joke. Yes, what? Oh god, he put those on again. So, to clarify something, I'm a stowaway that hid in our friend's wardrobe. Technically, he hid us in there, he knew about it. He got killed, and I'm accused for murdering him. So I've had handcuffs on my wrists, and when I got into this room, apparently they were off. We did not realize when, but they're back. Like, this guy's deduction skill is like bafflingly bad, but for some reason he's very skilled with handcuffing people. Your hands, you're cuffed again. Yeah, I realized that. But how? Yeah, I do want to know how as well. True to my word, I have restored your shackles. It's not really like I actually wanted it, but thanks. There's still a shadow of guilt cast over you, Mr. Naruto. I'm sorry to say, it can't be helped at the moment. Can't it? Really? Yeah, I'm trying to help myself here, to be honest. She helps a bit as well. She has been a lot against me in the beginning, but she's trying at least. Anyway, let's listen to what Miss Pavlova has to say. I can't go on not knowing. I have to find out what the speckled band that Kazuma-sama wrote about in his diary really was. I kinda want to know that as well. Well, technically, I believe I might know what it is. So, I have a series made from the same creator as My Neighbor Totoro, which I am gonna point out I've not watched. But, yeah, so it's called Sherlock... I don't know if it's like translated into Swedish, the title, but it's called Sherlock Hund, which means Sherlock Dog. It's either Hund or Hound, I don't know. But it's literally just Sherlock world in a dog form. And there is literally an episode with a speckled band. So I'm pretty certain it's a snake. Did you know that someone was killed in the cabin next door to this one last night? One of the crew members told me this morning when I was eating breakfast. The man who died was a friend of mine. Oh. That's why we're trying to find out what happened. Did you notice anything unusual last night? Also, she has something in the case. I don't know why I'm always watching there. I have a screen there to see all of my stream stuff. And a screen here to play the game, but you're up there. You're not down there. The text is there, you're there. I don't know why I look down there. Did you know that anything unusual last night? Perhaps you heard a strange noise, for example, perhaps people talking. Perhaps the ship was absorbed in a wild tempest. Perhaps its steam engine exploded. If that would have been happening, I think the least thing we would be worried about is me, I would say. Perhaps everyone on board would have noticed if that had happened. Yeah, exactly. Miss Pavlova, is there anything you can tell us? Don't know. I'm sorry, but all I could think about last night was that I had done... what I have done, whatever they would find me. I didn't notice anything that was happening around me. Oh, I see. Yeah, because the vent just up there is actually connected to the cabin next door, which is where me and my friends stayed. And the last thing he wrote about was a speckled band, or ribbon, or something. You run away from your ballet company, haven't you? The Novavish Ballet. Yes. I'm traveling to Great Britain, and from there I want to go to America. I will never dance again. I want to forget everything about the ballet. We'll start a new life. Why do I get the feeling they like just forced her to dance or something? Because it literally says, I don't want to dance anymore. And like, do you have to escape your country for that? You wish to forget. A challenging proposition when you have that striking tiara as a reminder. True, she did steal that thing. But the tiara is mine. I need it to live. Yeah, it's literally just the only money she has. I have no money of my own. The Novavish ballet gives us only a little food and water, and we must dance all over the world. Well, I did say something about being forced to dance. Yes. The window is open. I'm just wondering because I'm a bit warm. Also, why I would feel warm is probably a very good example of having this thing on. I had to run away. I had no choice. If I stayed, I would have killed me. So you ran away to protect yourself? Yes. And the crew of this ship, they have been kind to me. They let me come on board, and they said I could hide in this cabin. Oh, they actually knew. I don't complain, but I actually knew. That's probably why he really was against me going in here first. They just said there was like a gentleman that lived in here. I'm like, okay. If that is indeed the truth, Miss Pavlova, it creates a most intriguing conundrum. Yes, it does. What do you think about it, Miss Naruto? I'm gonna be honest, I kind of feel like this guy right now because I have no idea what sort of conundrum. I think we should hear Miss Pavlova's explanation. What? What conundrum? Or is it that he actually did not know about it and that's why he did call her an... Did he say Western gentleman? I don't remember what they actually called me. Wait, called me? Called her? According to this newspaper, it was only yesterday that you absconded from the ballet. Now, that being the case, it must have been the last night that you boarded this vessel. However, the SS Buria stopped by no port last night. I did not get that point. I kind of forgot about that, mostly because I don't think it actually says anything in a language I can read. Now, for first of all, the thing that I can read, I can't read, except for 20. The rest is literally just gibberish. So, how is it? How is it, pray, that you come to the aboard? Yikes. Can you not just say how you come on board, not that come at board? I don't know why, but when I say come at board, I literally just imagine ramming a standing board. Just a wooden plank. Now think about it, the crewman outside the cabin acted very strangely when we mentioned that. It was just after we asked him about when the occupant of this cabin came on board. Oh, thank you for giving me a flashback. I kind of forgot. Alright, Stroganov. I think it literally wasn't this guy's name literally like Beef or something. Hold on. Is he here? He's here! Yes, Beef Stroganov. Sorry, I cannot stop laughing when I see that. Just Beef Stroganov. Oh my god. Oh, that's the best name I've heard in this game. So it literally just says none of your business. So they didn't say when. Interesting. Yes, you're right. It did seem to be hiding something. Yeah. Sorry, I was just like, what is she even saying? An angel descend from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to the stage. Sorry, what was that? It is how the Russian newspaper describes one of my performances. And that is how I came here too. I descended from the heavens. Because I am an angel. Okay. Considering English isn't your mother tongue, your description is very, very vivid. How? I'm trying, like, I literally just go, like, trying to figure out, is that true? And goes, like, how to board a ship that moves while descending from the heavens. And, like, the first thing I come to think of is literally just a hot air balloon. A genius descends from the heavens, bringing... Oh, come on, no, 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 no. A quote from a wonderful, extravagant advertisement from the adventures of Sherlock Holmes, in fact. I'm gonna have so problem actually pronouncing his name, because I want to say Sherlock and not Herlock. Yes, Mr. Showy. Yeah, I like... Most of the things he says, I don't give a shit about, to be honest. Like, I had to more or less just make sure he goes on the right track. Like, in the beginning, I really wanted to meet him, and after meeting him, I just felt like, yeah, you can leave. Please leave. So, the friend you mentioned is inside your traveling case, is that right? I don't think animals are allowed on board, according to the rules of passage. Oh, please, don't tell. Don't tell anyone of the crew. If they found my precious... Then the burly Russian would stir themselves in unison to throw you and your case overboard, no doubt. Please do not freak her the shit out. But what sort of pet is your friend? A little puppy? It is, isn't it? It must be a snake, right? Maybe an adorable little rabbit? Ah, you credit Russian as a land with small rabbits, do you? Don't they have small rabbits there, then? You may well ask. I have no idea. Why did you even bring that up, then? This guy. This guy. Holy crap. Also, I need to bring this up. I feel like my eyebrows are just like having a sauna there right now. You two are miserable burglars when it comes to understanding the new nature of young ballerina's friends. Isn't it obvious? It must be a chicken. Like, I'm just thinking of a chicken dancing now. It is like, what is it? It's like 5:30 right now, and I just feel like I'm very like easily amused right now. I should not let my mind think of stuff like that. You just think of a ballerina dancing and a chicken dancing. I'm not thinking about a chicken dancing as a ballerina. I'm thinking it like a chicken dancing as a chicken, which I cannot really explain how that is. Consider the benefits. A rousing wake-up call. Daily fresh eggs. Agree on that. I actually had neighbors that had free walking chicken? What is it called? Well, free chickens at least. They were walking around everywhere. And we got eggs for days. Which I would give it a thumbs up, but I have a mug in my hand. And when the adversity strikes, it could satisfy the needs of sustenance. Oh yeah, like I eat eggs a lot. How many omelets she could make with that chicken? Probably as many as I could eat. And I literally mean I am eating eggs often. Or use eggs often. Pancakes, just fried egg. I'm trying to figure out, the only thing I've used egg to otherwise is like the cakes I made. I made 2 own cakes in my whole life. One looked like some weird mishap, and the other one looked actually pretty great. Well, it would appear that this friend's identity is a closely guarded secret not to be revealed. What was so funny about that? She obviously doesn't quite trust us yet. There's something I should like to show her, I think. Maybe she might be able to shed some light on it. Oh, wait, hold on. You don't do that through this one. You do it in the other one. There we go. First of all, there must be a Russian person in there because our friend is from Japan, so it literally just says wardrobe, so that's interesting. Could it be the speckled band? Yeah, I'm gonna do this one because he was talking about a speckled band in the vent, and as I said before, the vents connect with each other, so yeah, let's see how that goes. His diary. Yes, and he wrote it last night before he died. Something a little unusual, it reads. 1:23 a.m. I hear a faint whistling sound. And then a few minutes later, what looks like a sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. A speckled band? I don't understand. It's strange, isn't it? But the ventilator he mentioned joins to this cabin, you see. Yep, just as the one I pointed to before. He's up there on the wall. In other words, this cabin and the victim's cabin are connected together. Oh. Miss Pavlova, has something occurred to you? Does the speckled band the victim mentioned mean something to you, or the whistling sound, perhaps? Hopefully, I kinda want to know. No, I don't know anything. Yeah, that's a lie. I am pretty certain that's a lie. Oh. Is Stroganoff coming in here? Oh yeah, he is. Excuse me, Mr. Roylott. Yes, what? Wait, hold on. I'm trying to remember what voice. Oh, yes, what? Oh, she's fast. Yeah, hella fast, actually. Captain would like to speak with you. You must come to Captain's quarters at once, please. Alright, I'll come now. Yeah, well, we did say we're gonna keep your secrets. I'm gonna keep the secret. What? You must leave, now. Oh no, it's fine, don't mind us. Yes, please don't worry yourself, Mr. Roylott. The passenger said out. Or do you want me to throw you out? I probably would do that. Also, I'm trying to figure out why he has like that grill pattern of a sunburn. What a pity. Also, where is Herlock? Didn't he like have anything to say about that? And so we lost our chance. Having still not managed to investigate Miss Pavlova's cabin, we were unceremoniously chased out. That is to say, we're quite literally picked up and thrown into the passageway outside. Great! You just picked us up like with nothing. And don't worry, it's actually gonna continue just after the saving here. I'm so glad I can have more than just 3 saves. I'm so used to just having 3 saves. Like, when I play this game, when I gotten somewhere where I believe, like, I might just fail, I save and hope for, just praying for the gaming gods that it actually goes alright. I wish we hadn't been thrown out like that. I just wish we managed to find some clue as what that speckled band might be. We didn't manage to investigate at all. Except, we only know that she's woman now. That's all. And I imagine... Yeah, he ain't letting us in. Like, there is no joke about that. He won't even be able to peek. And we won't be able to for a while longer. We'll never get past that sailor guarding the door. Yeah, I'm not thinking about it. I will want to go in there, but there's not even a way. Wait a minute, what did he realize? What did I realize? What is it? Well, what happened to our great detective friend? I should have... I said why he didn't just mention anything while he was in there. But to be honest, he can appear whenever he wants. So I kinda didn't really think that he would have disappeared, but he did. Where is he? Is he still in the room? Oh yes, he completely disappeared. I don't know when he did that. Oh yeah, for some reason it's like a Houdini on that thing. Oh, we're gonna have a 1915. We're gonna have a 1915. I have 41 quotes now of regrettable things, and by mistake, we managed to get up with a 1915 one. And what I mean by my mistake is the 19 one was actually called for, and the 15 one came just afterwards as for random. So, yeah. So now, for some reason, we now have 1915 in this channel. Was that also Watchdog Legions? Why did I say that in Watchdog Legions? As I said, regrettable quotes. I have, well, both regrettable and not regrettable. I love them. It's just... It's like a bit haunting. I just have to check. How many do I have? I think I still have that open. Oh, yeah, I have it open. Oh, no, that one. God damn it. Pressing all the wrong buttons. Quote. Yeah, I have 41. The latest one was last week, must have been. Or was it? Yeah, it must have been like, yeah, it must have been last week. Because we started this one last week, which means we ended the other one last week. Oh yes, on that subject, I wonder if Inspector Hosonaga is unscattered. I completely forgot he was here. He literally was sent here undercover. Wait, yeah, I think he must be undercover because he was literally dressed as a sailor to protect our friend as a bodyguard. And, well, with a white tape down there, yeah. You said code 15 because someone said something about them being on, I think. Okay. I'm trying to remember that part, but it was so long ago I played that game that it misses from my mind. Sure you haven't forgotten, Haruda-san. Don't you remember what he said about allowing you out of this cabin to investigate? He was going to talk to the captain about it. He said he'd lay his life on the line for you. And yeah, for those who are new here, I guess that more or less is literally for each time he does anything, because that guy coughs up blood. We don't know yet why, he just does. The thing that I remember... Wait, hold on. The thing is that I remember it vividly, but I don't know how to describe it in detail. I'm trying to figure... I can understand, like, the slang of it. I'm just trying to figure out, like, why I said it to him. Or they, whoever it was. You might have some new information for us. You never know. Wait, who? This guy. Can I converse to him? I don't know. I'm pretty certain we have checked everything in here, even the chicken leg. You, what are you doing? Where did you go? Sorry, I just went to the next door cabin to... Why? Who gave you permission for this? Well, I mean... Seaman Hosonaga did. That new Japanese, was it? Later I will roll him into a ball and throw him in cold room. Okay, so he's not guarding the door. I hope Inspector Hosonaga doesn't find himself in too much trouble on our account. He's really gone out of his way to help us, hasn't he? When we get back to Japan, we'll have to take him for a steak at La Carnival. Wouldn't surprise me if he actually would serve us the steak, because that's what he did last time. That'll be a very long time from now, Naruto-san. Okay. I'm gonna just change direction and I think Oh! I thought they were actually coming through the door later on, but they actually was standing just silently there. He looked... Oh! Yeah, I was right. I was about to say he looked beaten up because of his, like, lip and... Yeah. What has happened? What happened to you? Your face is... a mess. Please, don't worry about it. You were walking past someone in the game, and I think they said something like, I think I'm a bit hard, or something like that. And you were surprised of hearing that, and you said you think you were. That's why? What in the world were I even thinking? Please, don't worry about it. They're just scratches. Maybe a bear. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely a bear. When I told the captain that I'd given you permission to investigate, he told me he'd pummel me with his fist and then toss me overboard. What? I guess he missed tossed over the board part, because I'm pretty certain he used his fist. But the pummeling was over in a flash, and he must have decided against throwing me overboard. So it was nothing, really. Yikes. Yeah, I do that a lot. I do that a lot. Well, thanks to your efforts, we now know a little about the neighboring cabin. Yes, so I understand. Oh. How do you understand? Wait, have you been listening through the vent? I bumped into a man claiming to be a great detective a while ago. I think his name was something like Herlock Scholz. I don't think he was German, though. Everyone thinks he's German. He thinks we're Russian, and that we think he's German. For one of them have been recorded in quote commands. Yeah. The funny part is, I didn't have the quote commands before, but Gani had a goddamn book with all of them, and I just thought, like, yeah, there is actually, we do have quotes. So we literally just sat and added them in. We just went through all of them. Shall we compare notes then? We can tell you what we have found out. Yes, let's do it. So, the cabin next door. What? Nikolina Pavlova. She is in the cabin next door. Oh, do you know who she is? Please, what self-respecting ballet fan wouldn't know that graceful angel? Yeah, exactly. Like, we just went one after one. After it was all... It was, I think it was like in an Alien Isolation stream as well. I'm guessing he likes ballet. And yes, there we have the blood. It's... like, that thing is not because of the pummeling. That's been ever since we met him. And that was like more than 15 days in-game. Well, that tells us the neighboring cabin is unrelated to the case at least. How? Yeah, even I wondering how. Because last time people thought it was unrelated to the case because it was a British gentlewoman who killed a British gentleman. And there was no point in having her there because no one would want to accuse a British person. Because an angel don't go around committing crimes, do they? But apparently Swans does. Because the last lady had a swan on her hat. Inspector, has your investigation in here proved fruitful? If I'm honest, there's very little more I could do. Our duty is to make sure the scene isn't disturbed, ready to hand over to the Hong Kong police. So I'm just keeping watch here, trying not to take my eyes off the job. So Hong Kong police, I'm guessing we are going from Japan to China then. I hope I'm right. My geographical skills is kinda bullshit now and then. Oh, I see. But we thought of them going from Shanghai, and they say they're gonna take the Hong Kong police is gonna take care of it. I'm guessing it's gonna go straight that way. So if we're going up there, yeah, we're going to Britain. I guess it's probably taking a stop there and going around. I'm trying to figure out what sort of way they're going to get to Britain, to be honest. I do have a small piece of new information for you. Oh, waking up early for school, streaming from 5, so yeah. Yeah, like, to be honest, my first thought was like the going up to Hong Kong and then like going through the country to get to Britain, to get to another boat to Britain. But I'm pretty certain they actually take the boat to Britain, but they stop in between. I'm guessing. I have no idea. What is new information you have, Inspector? It's this. What's that? The Buria's medical officer has finished his examination of the body and managed to obtain the report. Oh, goody goody! Oh, first I actually see a post-mortem. Good. I don't remember really what time it is in this game. I know it's early because it's literally like an oil lantern hanging up there, and it literally just made like what is it? Signed a peace contract with Great Britain, but Japan doesn't have a post-mortem checks. They just check the place, check if there is any bullet holes. If they cannot find anything, it's like, okay, we have no clue what this is. Which literally happened last time. Damage to the cervical vertebrae. It was written in the report. Hold on. It's not just you. What is going on with my phone? I don't think you can hear that. I had 5 blips after each other like a maniac. So as I said, it's not just geographical skills that is absolutely bad for me. Where is that? Oh, so it is actually there. I thought it was there. Oh, what happened? I just thought that it was the spine he was talking about. I'm pretty certain I've heard that name before, but I was a bit uncertain if it was right or wrong. Also, I'm just gonna check my phone, because for some reason, my phone saves up notifications until it feels like gonna notify me. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's like a load of like Discord stuff. For some reason it like saves up Discord information, like, oh yeah, we're gonna just message like 5 things at a row now. I'm like, okay. His neck was broken. Or well, apparently neck. Spine, neck, all them bones. Yes, it would seem so. So a snake could not have killed him because it would be poisonous. It was a poisonous snake, but snapped neck. So at first, I think they were considering poison. Wait, what? What did they find? Ah, so there were no other signs of wounds. But it turns out they found no trace of a poison in the system at all. Well, what weapon was used then? Nothing has been found as yet, but the fact that there is no sign of a wound suggests it might have been a blunt object, something that wouldn't leave a mark. Oh, hold on, I was like all half swallowing something there. My first thought was like something that doesn't leave anything but can make a mark. I thought of a pillow. But then I thought like of a cartoon pillow just filled with a brick or something. Probably would still leave a mark. All the body's nerves run through the spine to the brain. A strong enough impact to the neck could have induced death. It is a possibility. No obvious wound would be left. Why is like that part of the human body like so badly defended? On Monday they decided that students will start to go to school in person after only 2 days, which was Monday and Tuesday. But at 3 p.m. today they announced that students will begin learning through online again. So they just open up school for 2 days just to have learned through. Okay. The hell? We kind of have the same thing here. Not like they open up and closed, but it's like because we have started doing it online, we're not just gonna mix in between and go back. Because we're first of all we have like license and stuff for like software and stuff which you cannot fix because like school is there, we are here and stuff like that. And yeah, so we don't have that in the middle of courses, but it wouldn't surprise me if it actually go to school soon. It's not that far actually. It's just like I don't know 50 meters from where I live right now. This is literally a student apartment, a small little nice student apartment. Yeah, I'm fine. I think I said it before. It's like a very slow, like dark day today. It's like cloudy and everything. So a bit slow. I just sculptured on ZBrush a bit because we have a school project. So I'm making a goblin. I am making a little goblin. To be honest, it does look like a goblin, which is... I'm that kind of person, by the way. I was about to say it surprisingly looked like a goblin for something I have created. Because I do often joke about me doing stuff that doesn't look well at all. But it does look like a goblin, and it does have a cloth around the waist, so I am happy about that one. It looks better than the first thing we did, and the first thing was literally just trying out the software, making something in the T-pose. I cannot explain what it looks like because it doesn't really have any structure. This thing, it looks like a goblin. It looks like a small, fat little goblin, and I'm not joking about the fat. It does have a stomach. Also, dude, guess what I found in my grandma's storage room like 2 days ago? No idea, because I would like wondering what we'd be able to find at my grandparents' place. Wouldn't surprise me like find stuff that I would like forgotten for ages. The post-mortem report has been ended. Yeah, that's good to have. Also, I have to like I have a webcam, like I have a wall behind here, so I cannot have the thing so it's like can see all of my face. I have to go back here. I found a freaking PC and now I'm just asking my grandma if I can have them. I'm trying to figure out how old is that PC. Also, I'm feeling like the music is a bit low. Like if there's something like it's too loud or it's too low, just tell me. Like seriously. I'm here to entertain, and it's because you people are the one being entertained. I have to make sure stuff is alright. Because myself is kind of like half annoyed sometimes when I watch YouTube videos of gameplays where they have their voice so loud you cannot hear the game. So when you're trying to figure out what someone says, it's just like nothing, and you can hear the other people talking like, what did he just say? Yes, he seemed to be enjoying himself a little too much as he creeped about on the floor investigating. Yeah, seriously, he was up on the table behind this guy when we first met him, so it wouldn't surprise me. He didn't say anything at all. It's been around like since 2011 probably. Yeah, okay, it's old, but it's not. When you said like when you said your grandma's storage, I got a feel. I just flashed back to like the first PC we had, which is like these thick ass monitors. I'm not. This is not how wide it is. This is the front and this is the back. Like these things are like big things. Like when you said an old PC like that, I thought like I don't know 2000 and like 1998 or something like that. But when it's like 2011. That's less of a problem. That's less of a problem. Because I'm pretty like I even like have memories of threatening the old PC we had of getting my father because it actually helped making it working a bit better. Oh, that's more or less proof that technology these days are becoming sentient. He was when he was over there by the piece of broken glass. Do you see? I'm trying to like just read as well, because sometimes I do read, sometimes I don't. I've been talking too much here. Yeah, perhaps he was talking about this brick-colored mark. Do you think? Ah, yes, that must be it. But how could Mr. Sholmes know that it's show polish? Wouldn't surprise me if he actually tasted it or just smelled it. That'll leave me cold, I'm afraid. I have no idea. Like, it kind of half looks like it, but at the same time it looks like it was such a speed, it just flew from the floor. What is this, Susato-san? Eller Susato-san? Susato. Well, Kazuma-san was wearing leather shoes with a very dark tan hue. Dark tan? A sort of dark brownish red then. That was many colors. Yes, like the color of red wine, but darker. I often repair them for him. Oh, does this mean this mark was made by the polish on Kazuma's shoes as he scuffed on the floor? Probably. Huh. It's kind of interesting. Like, there was like damage, but like no struggle damage. So it does look like a struggle. So how did he manage to just kill him by no struggle at all, while he's still struggling? Baffling. Really all I can tell you at this stage. I should return to my post. My fellow crewman's eyes are boring into the back of my head. Technically, you're not a crewman, you're not a seaman, you're a inspector or slash bodyguard. But the bodyguard thing is gone now because he is dead. So why do you not just leave? Well, you would probably be a stowaway at that point. Yikes. Okay. Poor Inspector. You look exhausted. Oh, no. Well. I feel terrible that I failed to protect Sogi-san. It was my responsibility. I think we all feel a bit like bad about that. She was here, we're not around. He was somewhere and was the bodyguard, and apparently we were sleeping inside of the wardrobe. So yeah. Of course, my pain is nothing compared to yours. You were his friends. The truth is, I seem to have had a heavy head ever since I woke up this morning. Yeah, even I think that's interesting, because I think we have the same thing. Oh, apparently our head is still throbbing. Maybe the killer sneaked into the room, hit Kazuma with a blunt object, and then a little bit of struggle, and the killer kills Kazuma and wrote something in Russia. It probably is a Russian person, because it says it's Russia, and this guy is Japanese, so I don't understand, like, how that is, like, helping. Because I know that the guy we are and our friend there learned English, but I am pretty certain we did not learn Russia. I'm pretty certain about that. Just gonna go and check and see if it updates. Oh, something updates. Good. So I have like played all 3 of the first game and on stream, and I have played 2 other Nintendo 3DS games for myself many years ago. So I kinda understand some of like the, not like programming as in coding, but like I know that if I get somewhere and tech starts doing stuff, that means that I have now done progress. Look, Naruto-san. Seaman Stroganoff has gone. I just love his name. Oh, the first time I heard his name was Beef Stroganoff. Like, Beef Stroganoff. Like, you just get hungry hearing that. The barely... Well, what happened with my voice there? The barely Russian sailor who are always crossing his arm and glaring at us. Oh, all these Russians' names are impossible to remember. I'm gonna remember it because it literally sounds like food. Is she... First of all, we hear tra-la-la, and I hear this faint music. Is she dancing ballet in there? It's like someone is singing. Oh, okay. No, it's not the girl. It's apparently him. But that could also be a frame job, since there was a lot of Russian. If the killer was not Russian and wrote something in Russia, it would frame. Yeah, absolutely. That is absolutely true. He's caroling. I know that lark-like voice. But never mind that now. This is a golden opportunity for us. Yes, you're right. We must seize it. Let's get inside Miss Pavlova's cabin while we can and investigate. Definitely. Before that stingy not crewman comes back. How can they not remember Stroganov? Seriously, I remember Stroganov. There we go. Let's go into her cabin. I'm guessing Herlock is already here. There is a plate on the floor. The case is open. We are on a boat, so of course those things will just be in a mess. Ah, the clothes are actually unpacked now. Oh, that actually does explain it, because if she actually came here yesterday, she might have not have chance to actually... I was about to say undress, but that's not the case. Unpack her dresses and stuff. Probably should choose a better sentence for that. Imagine if the plot twist was Herlock scaring Kazuma with his shenanigans and accidentally killing him in the process. That would be a hell of a plot twist. I'm getting the feeling that... I'm trying to figure out what we can, categorize people in here. And I kind of wish to say that Herlock is like Gumshoe in the other ones. I kind of want to say the Gumshoe has been divided in this game. To Herlock as being just a weird guy strolling around, but also Honosaga because he's actually doing detective work. As I feel like in this one, Gumshoe is like two people. Yeah, this is Hudson. Where is she? Oh, she has gotten some book. I think she got her book. She threw me across the room because I was about to read our friend's diary, and she just has a book. That's probably a diary. There is no moment to waste, Naruto-san. We must investigate as quickly as we can. I suppose you're right, for Kazuma's sake. Also, where did the singing come from? Not here for Kazuma-sama. What do you mean? Do you mean my shackles? It can't be long now until we arrive at port in Hong Kong. I don't want you to be in those handcuffs when we get there. Really? We must solve this case, Naruto-san. By ourselves if we can have to. We do have Herlock around, but I'm still just counting 2 people. Well, 3. Honosaga. Honosaga is helping. 3. We are 3 people out of 4. Okay, so that is interesting. There's a plate on the floor. What is this little saucer is doing on the floor? I don't know where it came from. We just heard it somewhere. And we thought of him saying he found a clue or something. It must have been Herlock. But no idea where it came from. They do not really have 3D audio in this thing. Yes, it looks like it's been dropped. Oh my god. Oh, it doesn't look like it's been dropped. Like it's been put there deliberately. Do you think there could be a leak in the roof just above here? What? A leak? It's a ship. Is this ship quite safe? Well, for the first of all, if there is a leak in the roof, you're absolutely safe. if there is a leak in the floor and you're all the way down, you probably should say your prayers if you have no idea how to fix it. Oh no, you're right. No, you're right. Of course you're right. I forgot first which person was talking about. Yeah, she doesn't really like that one. So, anything in here then? Oh my, Miss Pavlova's case is open. It's completely empty inside. What if we said that the captain's room or some other room and we heard it through the pipe and that's why we heard it without seeing him? Wouldn't surprise me, like, he appears wherever he wants to. He has the blink skill, no joke there. According to Great Detective's Great Deduction, he was hiding her special friend there. To be honest, you didn't need any deduction to do that, it was literally jumping. The case was jumping. Yes, a friend that she had to keep secret. Because you're not allowed to bring animals on board the SS Buria. I wonder what kind of animals she had in there. And more to the point, where is it now? Where is it actually? Because there is a speckled band somewhere. Whoops. I'm trying to like move to that side by using that button, but that doesn't work. Is there anything in the trash can? Because the tiara is gone, and either it's been hidden or just tossed down there by mistake. I suppose every cabin has a waste paper basket. Okay, well, look inside and see what's been thrown away. Don't throw me across the floor, across the room. Like, it's better to probably just check the trash if there's something they don't want people to find rather than looking in her diary. It's poor etiquette to go sniffing through someone's rubbish, you know. Yeah, it might be, but in this situation, I would allow it. However, these are special circumstances, I think. You don't think it is? Anything there? Well, she just came on board like last night or something, so yeah, wouldn't surprise me. It's like nothing there. Maybe a clue for the whistle that you hear from whistle from anywhere or the captain's room, and the whistle was a red herring. Yeah, like there's a load of red herrings in games like this, so I just have to figure out which one is one and which one is not one. Haruto-san, are you there? Sorry, I'm right here. Yes, why? Oh, good. I thought you might have climbed into the wardrobe when I wasn't looking. There's no place like home. Thank you for that. So for 15 days I've been hidden in a wardrobe. And apparently she says now like, oh, it is the closest place to home you can have now. Like, yeah, thank you for that. Believe me, I don't have any strange compulsion to jump inside every wardrobe I see, you know. Yeah, that was a bit of a burn. To be honest, I don't have really a compulsion either to do that, but I'm a person that can like fit in many places. And when I was a kid, I really just enjoyed small, cozy places, so a wardrobe like that would absolutely be perfect for me. As long as you wouldn't be able to lock it from the outside, of course. It's full of beautiful outfits. I suppose they're all stage costumes. I was rather hoping we might find Pavla's friends hiding in there, but no such luck. Also, technically, I wasn't checking for the wardrobe. I was checking the bag, but... Sorry. There is nothing in the bag. Where is the friend, then? Well, I'm gonna check for everything that is, like, bright blue here. There's just a few books on the desk, nothing else by the looks of it. Well, Miss Pavlova only ran away from the ballet last night. She only occupied this cabin for any time at all. That's true. I wonder what kind of books she likes to read. I just realized something. They said that she has to have been here last night because the newspaper said that she had been leaving something like after the ship went away. But that means that how the hell did the newspaper get to the ship then if she has not been capable of getting to the ship? I don't think it's a swan. It must be a snake. I am so on with the snake thing now. Am I just stupid right now thinking of that? Like, how did he get the newspaper? Because I'm pretty certain Herlock said something like, an article in the back of the Russian newspaper. The headline, Renault disappears from Shanghai. Yeah, but like, I am pretty certain that Shanghai is the first place other than Russia, and then Hong Kong. And that's why we have to wait on Hong Kong. Which means that she must have arrived around that place of Shanghai. But it's like 15 days ago and arrived yesterday. Okay, I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave that. Books written in Russia. Thanks. I think I probably already knew that. It's rude to ask too much of people, Naruto-san. Kind of remember that. Yeah, well, it wouldn't surprise me. Like, you probably have learned English because of the alliance and stuff, but like, not even I can read Russia. You're trying to figure out how it works? Because even I'm trying to. All the books are toppled together. Look, every single one. I'm glad we are not gonna fix that, right? Because that means we have been in here, and we don't want any witnesses of us being in here. Do you think that's a god of the sea, perhaps? It's toppled too, though. I don't know. Like, I can see a T-pose, man. It's exactly the same as the bookcase next door, in Kazuma's cabin. Perhaps. Perhaps Miss Pavlova was practicing a difficult ballet pose that fell against the bookcase. I don't know. Would you really be practicing ballet on the same as you run away from a ballet company? Probably not. I don't know. I don't think so. From my point of perspective, everything started like this morning when we woke up with the handcuffs. That's all. Also, why is everyone like, oh, how could the books fallen over? We're on a ship. Of course you're gonna fall over. Like, what in the world? It's not that difficult. It has been... Yeah, well, it doesn't really need to be a massive wave. As long as like a wave that's capable of just changing the center point of the book. That's the only thing I think of. Like, as long as like toppled enough to like just change the direction of the center point and gravity and all that. I'm trying to figure out which situation. Not everything bad that happens in this ship is... Oh, wrong voice. Not everything bad that happens on this ship is because of me, you know. I'm trying to figure out which situation. First I don't... Yeah, it took me a while first to remember the name, but then I realized, yes. Yes, I remember. I remember. Well, anyway, I'll set them all straight again in here too. I don't like seeing things in this array. I do remember, and for some reason I'm pretty certain I've like heard or seen stuff like that before on the internet. So I was like afraid that something like that might have been something. So yes, I know and remember very well. Ah yes, displayed in this cabin too. Look, the SS Buria's rule of passage. Yeah, we know the rule of passage. No weapons, no pets. And those were mostly the biggest rule. We have our friend had a sword. Huh? Was he allowed to bring that there? I just realized that our friend had a sword with him because apparently it's a part of his soul, or it is his soul, or something like that. I just hope Seaman Stroganoff doesn't find it and throw it overboard. But there's a lot of throwing overboard. So this vent like connects to Kazuma's cabin next door. Yes, although what a fool of a shipbuilder must be to open a ventilator into another room. Maybe it's so that if there is a gas leak next door, the occupant of this cabin would notice and raise the alarm. Or the occupants of both cabins would die of gas poisoning. Yeah, that is a possibility. Anyway, last night Kazuma wrote that he saw a speckled band come out of the ventilator. Like, I've tried to more or less check everything in here, so I'm guessing it's, like, the little friend is hidden somewhere. And, like, it might just be in the ventilator. Apparently not. So, that's an idea I can scrap very fast. This cabin door has the same simple sort of bolt latch that the cabin door. The situation I'm referring to is that someone killed Shigeru and then someone made it look different or made it worse. But what if this one was a massive wave, knocked Zuma over, he died a while after the impact, someone came across the corpse and wrote something in Russia to make the situation worse. Probably. I'm trying to like remember that situation. I'm pretty certain they made it worse just because it was like something happening. But just because they did that, it just made it worse. That's all I remember. Also, I just remember that they are actually gonna release the games on the Switch. So I know that some of you people want me to play all of the games. I'm gonna do that someday in the future. So I'm gonna play on the Switch. That's gonna be fun. And it seals up perfectly too, to stop any seawater coming in. So you couldn't use the method that you told me of passing a thread, but yeah. Apparently the door was locked from the inside while he was dead and I was sleeping. And that's why I have the shackles. Hey, Turtle Girl, welcome to the stream. How have your day been? I hope it's been good. It's like a bit cloudy here and very grey. Yeah, made it worse if I... Yeah, I think it was something like that as well. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Been doing some 3D modeling for class. I'm taking it a bit slow today. Mostly because it's like being grey. It's like... for some reason, we humans really can like get that different emotion depending on weather and moons and stuff. I have no idea how or why. But I'm pretty certain that's it. It's like, today has just been like slow. Very slow. Who's seen this teapot is empty? So yeah, welcome. As you probably see, we have a bigger audience because we actually had a little... We had a raid from a... We had a raid here. Hold on, I'm not so bad with names. I literally just have to like go up here again and like do the SO command. There we have him, Derial. Sorry, it's like I'm so bad with names. I've not heard a name now for like an hour, so it's just like did not remember. I have to do this. Hello, do this. There we go. Yay! So we had a raid from Derial, which is absolutely amazing. Also, fine. My laptop blue screen twice last night. So I vanished. If I vanished, that might be why. Yikes! Even my screen has blue screen, but at the same time, I'm doing with Maya, ZBrush, which is like both of those are 3D softwares, which is like just chugging. It's chugging stuff. It's chugging a load of things, so it wouldn't surprise me just did that. So I think I had one day I had it on or turned it off just before a stream, and when I started the stream, my computer blue screen, because I think it's like it didn't understand how to render anything anymore. Or because Miss Pavlova only came into this cabin last night, she hadn't had a chance to make any tea yet. Yeah, it was. I'm not joking. Like, I am always like unexpected, like not expecting stuff like that to happen to me. I know I am in a team now, and there are some lovely people out there in the team. I've not met all of them, so I say some, but I believe all of us are great people in that team. But even so, I'm like, I doesn't expect anything like that ever. So I was literally, apparently I had a marching thing, a marching sound for the raid thing, and I was sitting here like, what is that noise? Why do I hear marching? Like, it doesn't happen so often. I completely forgot what sort of sound I actually made myself to sound. Like, that's saying something. There's one of these next to the bed in Kazuma's cabin too. Yes, it's a bell cord. I can't read. You're gonna. She's gonna ring it. She is gonna ring it. I just realized, what if I actually call on people? I was just like, did someone hear that? Do not get in here right now. We are not supposed to be here, but we are here anyway. No, I didn't actually expect anyone to come. We don't want them to. We're trying to... Yeah, exactly. I was like, nah, please don't. Don't. I don't want to. Okay, what else do we have in here? So we have checked the wardrobe. I cannot check that. Like that's like big, but I cannot check that anyway. Okay, so nothing there. Okay, nothing there. I have checked everything there. I've checked that there. I've checked that there. Yeah, I already checked the vent. There wasn't really much other than it's a vent. It literally just said it's a vent going towards that place. Going toward our room. Is there... I'm getting a feeling there is nothing more here. Am I done in here? I felt that we need to find at least one clue in here. Oh, okay, let's move and check if there is like anything changing. Oh, nope. Apparently not. I was a bit too fast to actually say, oh, something is happening. Okay, yeah, so nothing updates. I need to find something. Let's just examine something in here. Is there gonna be anything new? This is where Kazuma spent his final moments writing his diary. Well, I'm trying to figure that out, but we did actually tug the bell and nothing happened. Because I'm thinking like this: when there is a check mark, there is nothing else to get there. So I am getting the feeling that there is not gonna be anything else there. Might be that thing down there. Hold on, which side? That. Damn. My camera is mirrored. It's gonna be difficult. That thing down there. Might that be a bell? Oh, the bell. It's the... Do you see the big banner on the left of the screen there? That is the bell, apparently. So actually, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna move there, and I'm gonna take away some of the stuff. For example, my camera, so I can see what's going on. Yeah, it was bell-shaped. So hold on, I'm just gonna disappear for a moment here because I am not capable of seeing behind my own camera here. No, it looks the same. I thought it was like some bell just behind this area here, but it looks the same. I'm gonna go and check that bell actually. I'm gonna go and check that bell and see if there is something. It might be something. Who knows? I have to just check everything. There we have the second one. This is... Yes, it's a bell cord contraption, I think. What do you mean, contraption? I read about in a book I was studying that they talked about life in Great Britain. Large households often have bell cords like this, which you can pull to ring bell to summon servants. Yeah, I'm pretty certain that I've seen stuff like that in movies. I haven't seen that in real life, though. That would be interesting. Really? That sounds almost magical. Also, the intriguity to actually just draw the course for each room. For where you are, like, oh yeah, I'm in the kitchen, I need something. Cling, cling. I was like, then the bell goes to the same spot where it says kitchen. Just realized, like, how would they even do that? There's a huge house near me. We can visit which has those. Oh, nice. That sounds amazing. Let me give it a little try. Of course you want to. In the interest of cultural research, obviously. Cultural research. Yikes. Well, this Kazuma was gonna ring the bell for help, but the killer caught him while I was holding the bell. The killer pulled him and also pulled the bell. Who knows? I suppose nobody comes for lowly Japanese people. Oh no, I'm sure it's just that everyone is busy, that's all. Yeah, but also if we think about the thing here, about the bell cord, there is no bell around here. There is a string that goes to another place where there's a bell, so that people know so they can come to us because we need something. So I guess that thing down there that is like around the seaman's foot is not a bell, because there is no physical bell on this area. There is a physical bell somewhere else. The thing is like goes through the pipe there, and just the little rope goes down there and just pull it. That pulls, and there's a little ring somewhere in the boat. Yes, that's right. Just a few minutes before he died, Kazuma saw something emerging from it. The speckled band, as he describes it. Oh. Oh, I just realized something. Here comes a bit of an intuition part. It said in Russia the wardrobe. So, what if she actually has a snake as a pet? And she realized it had escaped through the vent, which he saw. What if someone killed him? I don't believe it might be Miss Pavlova. Or what if someone killed him and escaped, and somehow Pavlova managed to get in here, notice that I'm hiding in the wardrobe, and say in Russia with his fingertips that he is in the wardrobe. Because first of all, she doesn't know Japanese, and she doesn't want anyone to know that she's there and she had a pet. So what if she was the one that wrote it in Russia? Because she went into this room to get her pet. That's my thought. That's seriously my thought here. I'm not sure. Yeah, that would at least make some sense. Because yes, there's so many Russians here, and like just writing in Russia, there is a Japanese person in the wardrobe. And the Japanese person says this, like, okay, like what sort of Russian person would have done this? But literally, if no one knew that I was in the wardrobe and she just like, oh, there is someone in there, I don't want anything to do with this, just take his finger, do that, done. I was like, and she doesn't know any Japanese, so like, I will write that in Russia. But that does make a bit of sense, actually, when I think of it. Okay, let's go back here, because this literally opened up for us, and I feel like there has to be something. Like, there has to be something in here. Is there like something behind my camera? No, it doesn't seem like it, because I can still see the check mark. There has to be something. There has to be something. And the band could just be the snake making a circle to look like a band. And the whistles, maybe the snake's hiss, or Pavlov's whistling to call the snake, probably. And at the same time, like, when they say band, I think they're like talking about a rope or something like that. It just looks like some sort of rope from far away, or when they don't check it completely. I'm like, there has to be something in here. I was allowed in here because for the game to be able to check something. And I need to at least get something. I need to get some sort of update for being here. But yet there is nothing. There's nothing under the carpet. There's nothing on the floor. There's only the wardrobe over here, the bell ringer, the vent, nothing up here. Bookcase is fixed, the rules are there, that is there. Ah, the plate on the floor, already checked the plate. I think they're saying the same thing. Yeah, they say the same thing. So apparently it's... I'm guessing it's for the snake. Or pet. Technically, I shouldn't say it's a snake. I just want to say it's a snake because of the whole deal of the series I watched before. So I am literally just saying snake. But like, everything here is like, check. Oh, what am I looking for? I don't know what I'm looking for. I'm gonna move to the hallway. I'm gonna check the hallway first. If I don't find anything there, I'm just gonna head back to our room. Also, I have no idea. When did Japan figure out what cheese is? Because apparently these two did not know what this was, which is just cheese. Yo. Apparently I have to talk to this dude. We found where he was singing from. He was standing right here. With his just asses poking out everywhere. Oh, it's Mr. Sholmes. Look. Wow. You never know where he's going to turn up next, do you? No, because I actually didn't expect him to be here. He seems to be stealing a look at something as he's singing to himself. Well, we found out where the singing came from. I don't know why I didn't check this area. That would explain why nothing had been updated. I did a great detective. I did it a great detective way. He's still singing. Do you think he hasn't noticed us? Even if he has noticed us, he hasn't noticed us because he believed I was a Russian person. But doesn't look like the Russian person he thought I was. Or is it just simply extremely high spirits? They seem to be in high spirits, to be honest. Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when they yarred a bit of more than it could chew. And through it all, when there was no doubt, it's lucky her luck was about. Excuse me? I sold it all, and I stood tall. I did it the great detective way. Mr. Sholmes. I thought he would actually be falling. How did he manage to get up on his feet when not even touching the ground? What is it? You want to fight? Honestly, interrupting a fellow when he's singing. And I was just about to reach the climatic finish. Guy is a bit dancing, to be honest. It's more dancing than boxing right now. Sorry, I thought you were never going to stop, so I figured now is a good time as ever. I very nearly dropped you to the floor with one of my famous right hooks. Alright, I get the picture. Now, could you put those fists away? Doesn't look like it. Are you gonna calm down? Mr. Sholmes, you seem to be examining something before we interrupted you. Ah yes, that. I'm immersed in study of the ship's log as penned by the stuckily built crewman who usually on guard here. Oh yes, the ship's log. And did you find anything useful from it? Whoa, that was a lot. It's like, I was about to read that, I just know how long that is, and then it's gonna disappear before I'm even finished. When the fella arrived, let the snake out. The snake wandered off to the vent. Pavla noticed that it went in the vent, and then Kazuma heard it, wrote it down, and Kazuma saw the glimpse of the snake and wrote it as speckled band. The snake bit Kazuma, and we never knew because we had a post-mortem and not an autopsy. Post-mortem is an autopsy because they said they didn't find any poison. I think. Yeah. So they did actually search for that. Because, as he said, there was no visual damage to him, but there was actually a cracked neck, which means they have to have checked it. So there is actually post-mortem, and there was no poison, so I don't think they bit. We get their snake, saw the body, and wrote Russia words and left. But now I'm just remembering that they're locked from the inside. What do you mean by saying? Do you mean by here now? It was more or less just singing that something, that the Scotland Yard had problems. He came there and did it the great detective way. He did it great and stood tall and stuff like that. Yeah, that would be something. Which means there was nothing to report. Nothing of note happened, so... Why do we always have to laugh at him? You truly are a student from the land of this rising sun. You've been utterly blinded by it. Okay, that's a saying. Sorry? Your logic, my boy, is inverted. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? Observe the other pages, and all shall become clear. It would seem the same crewman oft stands sentry in the first-class passageway. Oft. I know it's often, but it's like oft. And he has almost the religious practice of recording nothing to report every half hour. Oh, which means that if it has nothing to report, it should not be blank anyway. Oh, he writes that in every 30 minutes. Nothing to report. Which means that if there is a blank page, that doesn't mean there is nothing to report. That means that something is going on there. Ah, that makes sense. That does make sense. That makes at least a lot of logic there. The ship's log from last night is largely blank. He didn't write nothing to report. Do you mean? Yes, there were circumstances afoot last night, which led to the seaman being absent from his post. What kind of circumstances? What happened? Well, no idea. I don't think he could even say that, to be honest. It remains a mystery for now. We can be sure for something significant took place. Yeah, of course it is, because it literally made him leave the place. So significant that it could cause the seaman to forget his regular habit of scribbling nothing to report in the log. Exactly, it's like something happened there. These are important details. I would stake my life on it. It was like the ship's log in your battle life. We just bring it with us, who knows. That's good. Also, I'm gonna check it closely, because it said just like last night. I wanted to check what it said about the day or time. A record keeper crew assigned to first class cabin area. There are virtually no entries from 2 a.m. until early this morning. So the whole day. Because it just says there are visually no entries from 2 a.m. until early this morning. Oh no, wait, that means that no, I was thinking last day. I was thinking yesterday. They technically mean early this morning, which like from 2 to 6, 2 to 8, stuff like that. I don't know, like for some people early morning is 6, for some people it's 8. For some people early morning is even 2 o'clock. Now that introduction was worthy of a great detective. Yeah, this one was at least that. Ah, you're starting to understand what my way is, I see. What makes Sholmes brilliance. That was a sentence and a mouthful. Herlock is like a TTRPG character with high charisma, high intelligence, but low wisdom. True. It doesn't be true, to be honest. So yeah, I have not played that many RPGs. Not at least those with wisdom and stuff in it, but I do understand what that means, and yes. I'm still trying to figure out how to make a goddamn character in the ruins of Symbaroum. The only thing I know, I don't think I mentioned that, is that the game is actually made by the 5th edition rule set. So it is actually a Dungeons and Dragons, but it's not a Dungeons and Dragons world. So I'm trying to figure out, where do you get the stats from? The only thing I can get is plus minus, like plus minus 1. So how do you get like the core stats of a goddamn character? Because it literally doesn't say anywhere. This doesn't say no. It doesn't say anywhere of that. Also, I'm just gonna check because my phone has been notifying me of other stuff now. Leort is apparently late with something. And something has happened in Miss Valkyrie's little Discord. It seems to be afflicted with a throbbing head this morning for some reason, nothing more. Why is everyone having a throbbing head this morning? Like, what sort of party did everyone get to last night? Because apparently the character I am have one, Hosonaga had one, he has one. Oh, by the way, anyone got any tips for finding a sewing needle? The only way I can think of is a sort of a area of where you can search for it. Like, oh, it might be around there if you dropped it. And a magnet. That's about it. Like, I'm not even joking. That's about it. It's knowing more or less where it is and a magnet. I think I remember, like, I had these like very strong small magnets I got once. I was supposed to use that for something, but I never did. I don't remember even for what. But my father dropped the balls for a ball bearing, and like, how am I supposed to find these in all this gravel? Like, I can at least have a try. Put the magnets on a little metal rod and just didn't find anything though. They were too small and too far down in the gravel. Well, not gravel. What can you call it? What is, like, how big would gravel be? Because what I'm talking about is like these bigs of stones. I dropped it on my bed and it's just vanished. Oh my. Find it before you go to sleep. God dang it. We tried using a magnet in a box and just hover over stuff. Yeah, that would work. Well, pebbles is like, for me, pebbles is like this big. But these are like the stones we have for like our parking lot. Is something wrong, Susato-san? You seem lost in thought. It's just, well, I feel the same. Sorry. I'm guessing the head. And also welcome on the viewer to stream I'm holding. I'm trying to say that each time people go in and out, but sometimes I just forgets about it. I'm trying to welcome all of the people just entering here. And sometimes it just goes out of my head. I used to have a number around that area on the stream, but I felt it was too forced. It was like, now you will always know how many people are here, and I want that to grow, and I felt like, nah. I mean, of course, I want my channel to grow, but I don't want to, like, people to just, like, yep, this is the number, make it bigger. So, the only thing I have is, like, the number of views there, and that's all. And now and then I just check it, see how it goes. But seriously, I'm like so thankful. Like, I'm not joking. Like, I don't know what to say, and I always forget names. Seriously, why? There we go. I should technically just read there, but there, yeah, like, seriously. I don't fully know what to say. I'm just happy about it. I believe I am in such an amazing team, to be honest. And I've been in a... Update! We have managed to do progress. I've been in a team for, like... What is it? I became a team member on Saturday, and it's like Tuesday now, so around 4 days. And I still can... Like, I've still known... I now know that it's an amazing people in that team. For me here, quote, make it bigger. Yeah, a bit, to be honest. There's a load of quotes. Also, I'm gonna scroll down again. Shut down the engine. Shut down the engines immediately. Vessel sighted a quarter mile 4. Oh, are we gonna do like a... what is it called? Hang on. I forgot the Titanic, but with a ship instead. I couldn't remember Titanic, so I was about to say Atlantic. I'm like, it's not Atlantic. Like, what was the name for it? What the... I think we're about to crash in another ship. What? Oh! Oh, the camera is swaying. The camera is swaying. Oh. Suzuto-san, are you alright? Are you injured at all? I think I'm fine. Thank you. Are we straight on up now? Oh, we fixed the books before. Now it's that like that again. Ah. Maybe while everyone was sleeping, this happened, and the ringing sound and movement made everyone dizzy. I'm getting the feeling like they must have been drugged or something. Because, like, I can understand just feeling sick and stuff with, like, seasickness and that, but, like, it's, like, very specific throbbing head, like, I don't know, being hit in the head with something. It looks... Oh, it looks like we avoided collision. Yeah, I would explain the fallen books. Like now. I think. Yes, the ship has come to a stop. My goodness. What about you, Naruto-san? Are you hurt? No, I'm fine. Wait, how did we manage to get into this room? Wait, how did we manage to get into this room? Didn't we go to our room? How did we... Which room did I get into? Please, can someone tell me which room I entered? Because I'm pretty certain I went into our room. Or the room I hid in. How did we get into her room? Huh? How? Well, people say the cruise ships are the best way of getting sick. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. It's like cruise ships are just going around everywhere, and like there's just seasickness everywhere. I'm kind of getting that feeling. There's a lot of wardrobe stuff here, so probably that. Oh, that sounds like who? I don't want to make a voice until I know. Oh, Hosonaga. Okay, good, it was Hosonaga. Is that you in there, Norahudo-san? Unbolt the door quickly. It got bolted. It got bolted! That's how the door is actually closed. It's bolted because of the tipping. That's how the door closed itself. We got that fixed now. Yes. Oh, look at that. The door's bolted. Did you do that, Susato-san? Yeah, that's a terribly designed door. No, I didn't touch it. Well, that's strange. How did... And look at all the books. They're just like they were before again. Oh. Naruto-san, are you going to open the door and let in the inspector in? Yeah, of course we're gonna open the door. Let him in. How are you feeling? And also, what happened? He said it was an emergency, didn't he? Why are we gonna tidy this place up? Our violent emergency stop has solved one mystery, at least, in a very vivid way. So the snake theory lives on with the door being bolted on its own. Yeah, exactly. Because now that makes sense. She just like, oh, he's dead. I'm like, I really should not be here, but I know there is a guy in the wardrobe. Use his hand, draw wardrobe in Russia, and leaves, and just like, not gonna deal with anything of that. And then when the whole like stuff just happened, it locked the door. But I knew that what awaited us on the other side of the cabin door would not be pleasant. I hurried around tidying up the cabin with a new sense of foreboding in my heart. Yeah, what has been happening here? Now I'm like very questioned. I'm questioned indeed. How long have I been streaming? Like, I have so much fun. It's like I just lose track of it. Yeah, we still have an hour. We still have an hour left of streaming here. We're just gonna continue on. We're gonna march on with this stream. There we go. Also gonna Stretch myself a bit. This is Burya, Miss Pavlova's cabin. So now, yeah, welcome into a girl's dorm, apparently. We all are just standing in here. Somehow the door to the cabin where we ended up bolted after we made an emergency stop. Sata-san took a deep breath, but gently slid back the Oh god. Oh, hi. You, what are you doing in Miss Pavlova's quarters? I would say sneaking around in her clothing drawer. You look unhurt. Good. Yes, we're fine, thank you. What on earth happened? And also, could we just talk casually without us, like, being beaten down by the dude just behind my camera here? We heard something about how we were going to collide with another ship. Yes, it appears to have been a false report, though. Oh, how did that happen? There's a dense fog outside, so it's extremely difficult to see. Someone must have thought he saw a ship ahead. Understandable. Absolutely understandable. This person obviously triggered the alarm, and that's why we made an emergency stop. Everything is chaos. Passengers are screaming, crew are running everywhere. Yeah, apparently we managed to run inside here. That's why we're here. Don't beat us, please. This first class area is the only quiet part of the ship at the moment. I kinda don't really want to see the rest of the ship now. Oh, I see. Someone triggered the alarm? Does that mean that someone pressed that button outside? Oh, you wicked intruder, dressed all in black. You are the devil. Sorry, me? I've been called a lot of things before, but devil is the first. I'm pretty certain, like in Dual Destinies, I think actually someone believes the person I play as is the devil just because of the hairdo. You opened my traveling case. How could you? I actually didn't. I thought you had opened it. Who the hell opened the traveling case? Who stole a snake? What? No, we didn't touch it. Well, I believe she told us before that the crew member actually knew about it. That's right, Miss Pavlova. It was already open when we came into your cabin. Inspector. Yes? Arrest this man. I know he did it. He's a criminal. Is it not enough that he has killed a man? Nah, he's a stowaway as well. If Vixen promised not to steal chicken, do you believe? I was first like, Vixen? Like, yeah, that's actually another way of saying fox. Take him away. He's trespassing as well as everything else. Stowing away, trespassing, killing. She's right, you are the devil. Now she's just making herself look more suspicious. Perhaps. I don't know. It might just be that she doesn't trust us. There is cell below deck. Throw him in. If there's been a cell in the ship, why haven't you thrown me in there before? Because I have shackles on. Why haven't you done that before then? Tomorrow we're docking Hong Kong. Then we give you straight to police. Wait, a cell? Please, Inspector Honosaga. Is there nothing you can do? This is a Russian vessel. I really have no jurisdiction here. True, but you already trust us with the reveal of herself being a girl. Technically, we forced herself to reveal she is a girl because we realized she is a girl. There wasn't really anything she could hide anyway. After my last effort to appeal to the captain's good nature, I think I'm out of options. To be honest, I don't think even you had an option of that before. Like, just look at your face. This is terrible. Yeah, this is a real crisis. Immediately? What? Immediately? Okay, can I like I cannot talk to people. I just realized how small she is. She's 15, but still, like, I thought like she was like, I don't know, shoulder height of like this dude or something, or perhaps like, I don't know, ear height, something like that. But she's like very small now that I see her. Because when you zoom up to her, it's just like you can be able to see her torso. And it's like you see as much of her as you see of everyone else. So now when you actually can see her like that, it's like, Jesus, she's tiny. Miss Pavlova, get out. Listen, I'm sorry that we snuck in here without your permission, but... Yeah, she just wants us to get out of here. We just need to invest... I'm guessing that's get out in Russia. Mostly because it literally just is the... She said get out twice now. It's no use. She's not going to listen. Yeah. Okay, I need to find someone who will. Will not. Will. I'm just gonna check because... Fucking hell. You! Absolute... What? I was about to say, I'm just gonna check because Sholmes is just appearing everywhere. And where the hell do I find him? I find him hanging on a coat hanger on the other side of the screen. This dude is... Oh my god, I literally thought... Yeah, I believe you actually did tell me it was Spider-Man. What the... What are you doing up there? Technically, what are you doing in here as well? I literally thought... Why do you have the tiara? Wait, did you open the goddamn suitcase? This dude, there's no stopping him. I literally like, okay, doesn't trust me. I'm like, okay, I know Sean sometimes just appears out of nowhere, but this is gonna be ridiculous. And it is. Because there he is. Like a goddamn... What is a magician called again? Yeah, he does what he wants. Houdini. He's like a goddamn Houdini. I just realized what his name was. I still dig the glasses. I dig the outfit with the glasses and everything. But he's sometimes just too much. Yeah, I can't contain him. And I can't realize where he is. It was like just a lucky shot that he would be there. I'm like still confused why he has the tiara on his head. It's like worth a lot, he says, and he has it on his head. Why? And if he says he just appeared there by coincidence, like that's bullshit. Yeah, a bit. I have not told you that as a detective. It is my business to know what other people do not. Is it merely tomfoolery, my boy? Oh, no. Well, why were you hanging from that hook before then? Isn't it obvious? To properly assess the weight of the 20,000 rubles naturally. How the... I can sometimes I cannot deal with this guy. How do you know the weight of the tiara by putting it on your head and hanging from a hook? Does that mean you know your weight, you know the hook can handle your weight, and you know the hook can handle your and the tiara's weight? Oh. Thank you for saying that, Gani. Hold on, where is it?
Bitch, I'm fabulous! Oh!
I had to do that just because you said fabulous. The problem is I had a mug in the way. I wish to determine if it would bend that considered looking hook on the wall, so full of brag and bounce. Okay. I never know where to take his man seriously or not. Yeah, it's the same. You again, the great detective. Inspector. I confess I've been looking for you. I have something to report to you most urgently. The weight of the tiara? Well, you might try looking for me somewhere other than a hook on the wall next time. What is to report? Speak! Yeah, please speak. And speak a language we do understand. Because holy crap. An urgent report from a great detective can mean but one thing. Yes. The case of the curious murder that took place last night on this vessel, the steamship Burya, has been solved by me, naturally. Why do I get the feeling it's just gonna be bullshit? What? Well, it was actually me. We just saw her, but it was me. Really? Really? Yes, I have eliminated all other possibilities. No explanation exists. I have no idea if there is a deduction time or if it just says it's time for a trial. I'm kind of waiting for a trial because I'm getting the feeling he's gonna be my enemy in a way. I have no idea. Probably, perhaps not. For I am about to reveal my great detective greatly admired great deduction to the case. He said it twice, so I'm guessing it's gonna be a deduction again. Yeah, you have solved it. Even Edgehog understand this case. It might be. I don't know if it's gonna be, but if he said it twice last time, he said it twice again, so I'm guessing. Also, I feel like this thing just goes down before my eyebrows very often. We all knew who was responsible for killing student boy this morning when we found criminal in wardrobe. It is this stowaway, and he has handcuffs to prove it. I didn't do it. That's gonna be interesting though, because we were actually accused in the last one, and now we're more or less getting the hang on being a defense attorney. So either we're gonna try to defend ourselves again, or he's gonna say someone else is the culprit, and we are gonna defend that person. It's either one of those two. Because as everyone knows, the cabin door was bolted shut from the inside. I can explain that very easily now. Ha! Ha ha ha! That means the culprit must have been someone who was inside the cabin. Bullshit. Wait, was it because his neck got snapped? Yeah, he got snapped by no force. Like, something hit him by the neck with no force. Or, well, with force that didn't leave any imprints. Also, welcome, humble viewer, to the stream I'm holding. Duh, locked room, that is point. I don't know who the prosecutor will be next time. Would it surprise me if it actually is Sherlock Holmes? The room was locked. Well, I can't deny that, but I can explain that now. There's no way the bolt could have been drawn across from outside the cabin. You are quite mistaken. The cabin next door is not so-called locked room at all. What? And that proves that he couldn't have written the Russian words since he couldn't have survived the neck snap. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. But it actually is. I did say before it might be this woman here, Miss Pavlova, who did it. Or did not kill, but did the writing thing. And because his neck snapped, he could have not survived it to do it. An entrance used last night by the culprit in order to gain access to the cabin despite the bolted door. What other entrance? We never discovered one. He's gonna say the vent. He's gonna say the vent. He's gonna say that someone vented. Why? It gapes open mouth even as we speak. He said the vent. He said the vent. Oh god. Oh, he's gonna say that Pavlova actually did it. Because she's probably the smallest person actually probably to fit that place. The ventilator. Oh. You think this is funny? I cannot even put my arm through that hole. That's because your arm are as thick as a tree trunk. Yeah, vote him out. Where's the button? Please give me the button. I haven't played that much Among Us, to be honest. It's kind of what I did, what I more or less talked about with some of my classmates. Like, there's not many people we didn't play Among Us most because, like, some of them is like taking it too seriously, some of them take it less seriously, and it's just funnier when you play it with someone you know. Well, if it says he knows the fact it didn't happen. True, to be honest. I kind of was waiting for something like that. Ah, but it is. At last night, the victim even witnessed the intruder in the act of passing through the ventilator. The snake. Mr. Sholmes, do you mean... I refer to the words Kazuma-sama... Oh god, that came from nowhere. I'm referring to the word Kazuma-sama wrote in his diary. 123, yeah, a whistling sound. And... looks like a speckled band. That's what you say. Among Us kind of got ruined by the memes, but I still do enjoy it sometimes. Yeah, I'm also getting the feeling there are other games coming out now with more or less the same sort of stuff. I think, what is it called? Goose, duck, goose, something like that. I watched someone called Rippon actually play it. And I like, literally, it looks like something with Among Us. Precisely, my dear madam. But what does it mean? What is this speckled band? The answer to that particular conundrum is in this very cabin. It's definitely, yeah, it was down from the top. There is a distinct element of danger, but fear not, I am ready. What I'm about to expose for you all to see will shock you to your course. The only one gonna be shocked here is probably those who doesn't know about the pet stuff. I think the Pavlova knows about it, absolutely. Whoa, that's a big ass snake! I thought it was a little tiny baby snake. That's a big boy! Yo, hi there! I thought it was like being some like small like little I can have it in my hand snake. But like, no! That is face crushing snake. Literally. Hi! Mostly I thought it was a little small snake because a speckled band or whatever they called it is just like, I don't know, something like as small as my finger or something like that. But that is, how can you think that is a band? Sure, if it was just a tail, sure. And also intuition, it was half intuition because I've seen it before and it was also called the same thing, more or less. To the band, the speckled band. Like, that, I believe that is too thick to be a band. That snake is thicker than rope. A snake. And indubitably. Yeah, I'm only half English by the way, so if you think I'm pronouncing things like shit, it's because of that. I've been living 27 years in Sweden. My father is from England and I have been born and raised in Sweden. The next snap makes more sense now. The snake is so thick. Oh, did the snake actually kill him? That is a thought I never had. Not even now with a big boy there. Are we gonna defend the snake? That would probably be the second time I defend an animal in these games. The other one is an extra one in Dual Destinies. An orca, to be honest. Yo, hi there, Tiger Cubby. I feel like I've read about a speckled band in a Sherlock Holmes story. Wouldn't surprise me because they say intuition. I had half intuition, as I said before, because I watched some sort of Sherlock Holmes series called Sherlock Hound, which is literally just a I don't know, dog world themed Sherlock Holmes thing, and it literally had a speckled band. So yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Actually, I've heard from it there. So it wouldn't surprise me at all. Pray, what troubles you? Well, that snake isn't really speckled, is it? Looks more like stripy, wouldn't you say? True, but it's like the tail is a bit speckled. Also, how did you not think of the snake being the murderer? Because, as I said, for me, a band is something like in this thickness. And I thought of a snake of this thickness that is like, I don't know, like a hand-fitting snake. That doesn't have the strength of snapping someone's neck. Probably not even the length of it. But now when I see this boy, then sure. You're right. I think in this case, you'd have to call it the Stripe Band, wouldn't you? Well, there was a snake at least. You both see and observe with distinction. However, do you not think that it's perfectly the trap in which the culprit wishes you to fall? To be honest, I just thought the snake being small and just looped around the neck and snap neck. I'm pretty certain like something like that small would probably not be able to do that. I have no idea. I don't know really the strength of a snake. I know the strength of a snake, like the size of that more or less, but not like the babby one. How exactly? Yeah, how do you explain the whole stripe thing or the trap thing? I think perhaps it's time I explain the intricacies of my train of thought. Yeah, please do. Because I'm pretty certain it's a train wreck capable of still going. Are you ready, Miss Pavlova? No one is ready for you. I'm sorry for the young man who died, but that is all. It has nothing to do with me. This whole thing is nothing to do with me. And technically she's Russian, but I'm not even gonna try to do a Russian accent for her. This doesn't really work when I do the female voice stuff. There are two conclusions I have to draw from the facts. Number one, last night your friend infiltrated the victim's cabin. Yeah, wouldn't surprise me. And number two, that same friend was responsible for the victim losing his life. Are we gonna defend a snake? That would be absolutely nice. She turned well was as white as a bowl of rice again. Sean would be right. Is it a nail on the head? This young woman's friend killed Mr. Azogi. I was about to read what it said after I saw both him and the snake just lose his shit. But I cannot see anything. Yeah, he cannot say anything. He can see, but not say anything. I would advise as little movement as possible, Seaman. You wouldn't want the fangs of that long friend in your neck. He's gonna say it's poisonous. Because I don't think he has this thing, which says was no trace of external injury or poison. Wait, external injury? No trace of external injury. Yeah, so the neck is snapped. Because of that was cerebral spine injury. But there is no external injury, nor poison. The defendant is clearly not guilty. Is fair enough, not guilty. Jesus. So everyone, let us begin. Sherlock Holmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. Oh, we're gonna have another one. You were right. Just because it says 3 great after each other, it's literally gonna do this shit again, where I have to actually make sure he's right. Miss Pavlova, a moment ago you claimed the following. His death is nothing to do with me. This whole thing is nothing to do with me. I don't know if it says is nothing and as nothing, but it's like, it doesn't say has nothing to do with me. Yeah, we have to just see here what's going on. Yes, when you recall those horrid events. Wait, could I do something here? I don't remember. No, I have to do it later on if I don't remember incorrectly. Yes, when you recall those horrid events, your aching heart smarts with pain. I think I have to listen first and then actually make sure it's on the right track. Oh god, my thermometer is about to fall. My microphone is more or less pushing it. It's 24 degrees in here. Nice. Better than 26 or 30. Yikes. Yeah, in the correction one. I kind of forgot it was actually a correction one. I kind of wanted to do it directly. And in that very pain, that evidence you inextricably link to the victim's death. So we ask, what was the nature of this intruder that stole into the victim's cabin on a potentious night? What was the nature of this intruder that stole into the Sometimes is it just mirrors the sentence like trying to be like half old, which just makes it so much worse to try and read. Why English suddenly went bad? I have no idea. Probably because it's like I don't know, the 18th century or something like that. Perhaps 18th, 19th century. Because I've said it before, I've tried to read a book in old Swedish, and I'm Swedish. I couldn't understand shit in that book. Yeah, exactly, it's old timely language. Why, naturally, it was the friend with which you boarded this vessel, was it not? Ah, as I suspected, another telltale glance. Either she looks on the snake or on the seaman. Without doubt, your friend is the writhing serpent we see before us. And yet, the fact leaves us in a quandary. Is it just me, or does that snake doesn't have fangs? With which? Yeah, exactly, with which something happened. But like, I don't first of all, when a snake is pissed, I'm pretty certain it brings out the fangs because it's prepared to bite. I don't see any fang on it. Honestly, here the letter U used to be oe in old times instead of you. We. But here's regrettably. The specimen's markings do not fit that description in any way. What explanation can we then give, pray? What was this sight that fell upon the victim's eyes last night? I saw something on her ear. No, don't look at me. This has nothing to do with any of this. Oh, but it does. You have the answer to your quandary even now, hidden behind your back. Oh, that's not even speckled, really. Oh, it's skin? Okay. Yes, which you are trying but failing to conceal. Can only be a snake's sloth skin. Like the writing, I mean, they used to pronounce the... Hold on, I cannot really... OE as you. Oh, so when they say OE, they say you. Okay. Eventually, after the subtle and horrible crime, this most deadly friend of yours shed its original skin, no? I don't know what you're talking about. She has both hands in front of her. How could where did he hide that skin? Last night, through the ventilator visible in the cabin. You then speckled friend slid next door. Using the bell cord on the other side as the bridge, the serpent silently descended into the victim's quarters. In the dim light, it appeared that the young gentleman who was about to lose his life was a speckled band. Hold on, I'm just gonna check something. Huh. It must have been something odd with that picture, because in the middle of that picture, it was like a line of orange. But there's no line of orange here. I thought it was my screen first, but apparently it might have been the picture. Oh, that's strange. In summary, the nature of this friend of yours, which last night infiltrated the scene of the crime, is a rare breed of snake whose marking changes each time it sloughs its skin. Okay, dude, I seriously have to search. Can a snake's mark... There we go. A young, healthy, well-fed snail will shed more often, perhaps when the shedding begins with a subtle dulling of skin color all over the body, following with several days of the eyes turning a cloudy blue-gray. Okay. When the snake is in the blue, you will observe the skin go to blue. Okay, I don't see anything about changing that. The deepest depth. Well, I'm also gonna pick up this thing for later on. There we go. A snake so dreadful, we only imagine it would be found in the deepest depths of India. Also, now I know where that came from. My face, though. I have the Twitch on because I'm just gonna do something after this. Can you hear that? I think you can hear that. Hold on. I have to bring that forth again. Pause that also. There we go. Moving on. We come to the heart of the matter, the grim demise of the victim. How did this young man lose his life, and why? How did she get it from India if she was in Russia? I don't know. Imported it? Traveled to India after with ballet? I have no idea. How did this young man lose his life, and why? According to the data of which I have been apprised, it would appear there were no visible sign of injury. They will say poison, right? In fact, the circumstances of which venom it was about. It said venom. Oh, I knew he would say something like that. I was like, Amazon Prime? What the hell are you talking about? Like, what? And now we take that as a fact. We can reasonably imagine there remains evidence to affirm it on the scene of the crime. Oh no. Could it be? Yes, an examination of the deceased's body will prove the cause of death conclusively. The almost but not quite imperceptible puncture wound left by the venomous fang will seal the truth. Venomous fang? Wouldn't that leave an external injury? Sholmes, where exactly do you get all of this? How did Venom did spine injury? Exactly, because I read this. Spine injury, no external traces, and no poison, which means you cannot see the fang mark, which means there was no fang mark, and there is no poison. Like, what sort of thing are you on, Sholmes? Like, seriously, this makes no sense. Probably because the snake either doesn't have fangs or is not even poisonous. There is no point in feigning ignorance, Miss Pavlova. After the incident, you endeavored to hide everything, did you? Yeah, well, she tried to hide stuff. But I think she tried to hide that the snake had been there. Because it had been there. And that's why she, like, just said, "Guy in the closet!" Pointed finger at me, apparently. But now your involuntary glance betrays the hiding place you choose. Well, technically it's just a Sherlock, but it's a very weird one. Technically, it's literally it's not Sholmes. It's not like Holmes. It's Sholmes and what is it? Sherlock Sholmes. So I guess it's just like turned around Sherlock Holmes. And that's literally what it is. He's turned around. He doesn't have any idea what he's saying. That's right. You hid the evidence that links you to the victim's death in a traveling case. The great detective. Oh, aka the great detective. Yeah, exactly. Great detective. Now I remember you said that last time. When we first met in this cabin, it came to my attention that your case moved periodically. That I knew as well. The serpent assassin was restless inside, no doubt. You don't... It is telling that the victim made note of a low whistling sound that he heard minutes before he died. Yeah, he is actually a parody of Sherlock Holmes. Because it's literally called Sholmes. It's called Sherlock Sholmes. So yes, he is a parody. He's absolutely a parody of Sherlock Holmes. To train? Wait, to train what? Indeed, you put the serpent through this ventilator and waited. After a period, you summoned it back with a whistle. Oh. Because she went into the room. She went into the room. You couldn't know if the animal had done its duty, so you would listen for signs of life next door. If the victim appeared not to have been dispatched, you release the snake once more. He is Sherlock Holmes if he hit his head on the wall a few times. Yeah, a bit. Do you deny this snake has undergone such training? It's not true. Having slid through the ventilator and down the bell cord, the creature needed only to sink its fangs in once. Also, there is the little orange thing again. Around the venom part, there is like a darker spot on the screen. Hold on. No, it's still there. Is it my screen? Hold on. Is it my goddamn screen? I'm gonna check something here. No, it's not my screen. There's nothing there. It's a game. It's not my screen. I literally had to check. The true nature of the speckled band and the look that took the poor young man's life. Because I literally just saw something around the V there, around Venom V. Speaking, I really should dish that mug. I really now want the Venom mug here now. There can be no doubt. My logic is infallible. There is like some sort of glitch on the image of the murder scene around where the Venom was. So on the text there where it said Venom, just above the V, there was like a little, like, I don't know, a stripe of pixels that was just darker and more orange than the rest of the room. Yeah, probably that's what we are supposed to figure out now. Are you stumped because you're amazed or stumped because you have no idea what to say? Just like me, just like before with me. That's weird. I didn't saw it. I saw it, but I checked even my screen and there was nothing there, so I believe it might be in the game. There on the floor, you will observe a saucer of milk. The promise of food is the key to training any creature. Yeah, it is the promise of training every creature. Unfortunately, there are people out in the world that doesn't believe that that works enough. Yikes. You solved the mystery. Amazing. Your great deduction really lives up to its name. I see now why Sherlock Holmes has become such a household name. My dear man, it was nothing remarkable. As the Russians say, I could have done it with one left hand. Is it just Russian that says that? I feel like it's... Like, I've heard the Russians say, like, when the lobsters sing from the mountaintop or whatever he said before. That is something Russian says, apparently. And no one else, but that feels like everyone could say that. Even you get the feeling it's something is wrong. Could I venture an option, Mr. Sholmes? Well, of course. What's on your mind? It's just about your deduction before. Some things doesn't make sense to me. I welcome questions as to my method, and I will answer both loudly and proudly. So he is proud and loud when he is doing his deduction, and is also proud and loud when he gets when people says his deduction is wrong. Well, at least he has high spirits. Well, good. First of all, what is that book? Snakes are egg-laying creatures, part of reptile family. You're well informed, madam. Also, why do you have a book about snakes? I'm gonna be honest, I never knew that. True, high charisma and high spirit. I actually did not know that. I understand that because they're reptiles, so I understand the whole feeding the young process, that it doesn't involve milk. But I didn't know it did not involve milk all around their life. That's interesting. Ah. It's really only mammals that like to drink milk, you see. So, I'm not sure it would be possible to train a snake using milk as a reward. No matter. No doubt Miss Pavlova used some other treat to encourage her pet to do her bidding. Milk was merely an example. The logic holds. Now I'm very curious how snakes actually drink. Or if they even drink anything. Well, there is something else. Snakes have no ears. I am learning so much about snakes today. The only thing I know about snakes is the one I find in the wild. Which we mostly keep our way away from, because being bitten by those is not a good idea. Not like... we probably have 1-2 deadly snakes in Sweden. Who knows? I don't think so. But like, we do have venomous snakes. Yes, I'm not sure it would really be possible to signal to a snake by whistling. Yeah, exactly. Snake facts with Susato. Susato. Jesus. Me butchering names, always. Also, there we go. I don't know why, but when I just relax and just like slowly go down, I feel. But madam, what of the tales of Arabia? Have you not heard of the snakes that dance to the sound of a flute? Oh, it's not that I really didn't like. I've heard of stuff like that, and I've seen like stuff like that. But actually, I think I've heard also that it's not the flute, it's the movement of the person that's like just doing it like this and stuff, and that's why the snake is like following. I think perhaps the performers play their music in time with the snake's natural movement. You butcher names even though even when they're not your, yeah, a bit. You're like butchering them all the times. No hands, no feet, no ears. These creatures are so inept as to be practically useless. Don't take it out on snakes, Mr. Sholmes. Yeah! For the sake of Miss Valkyrie, do not take it out on the snakes. Me myself is not really a reptile person, but I know she loves snakes, and seriously don't. For her sake. There is one other thing. You have more. Like I haven't even started myself of just butchering his deduction, and he is just flattening him on the floor right now. Snake uses the scale on their bellies to propel themselves. So I'm not really sure that a snake could manage to climb up a flat bell cord like the ones in the cabins. That is true, because though they can climb, they literally like have to like roll around it. You just say you aren't a reptile person? How dare. Well, I'm half and half with that, because I used to have a friend whose brother had a reptile, and for some reason, like, I am so nervous around reptiles. Like, I'm so freaking nervous around them. Technically, I'm nervous around most all animals, but like less with cats, not really with birds. Big birds, sure. But like, it's something with reptiles, like, it just makes me a bit uneasy. It's not like, as I said, it's not like I hate them. But it's like, it just makes me a bit uneasy, that's all. I have no idea why. Like, I used to be afraid of dogs when I was a kid. Like, the bigger they were, like, the worse it got. Then we actually took care of a small dog because we wanted to try and practice. And like, at that time I was mostly just nervous. I didn't know what to do. Like, it's a small dog, I can handle it, but I don't know how to handle it. I wish not to know. I wish not to know. That's yikes. What I'm trying to say is that there are a number of reasons why it's difficult to imagine the snake could have had a part in this. I think you just broke his heart. But yeah, it's just something. I think like naturally I'm just nervous about most animals, and because like for some reason I just had that there. I had that there. I was just nervous around that. Nervous, like I'm even nervous around big bird animals. But that's because like if they are like in a very closed in space, I feel like if they manage to jump, they might just claw my face or something. Not because they hate me, not because they're angry, just because of pure goddamn coincidence. Else, no problem. I've been around my neighbors and their chicken, and I love their chicken. They used to have these silk chickens that had like a goddamn afro on their head. I just love those. And even our other neighbor's turkey. It's make me nervous because it's such a big animal. But it's so lovely, that thing. We literally took care of it for one winter. And like each time we went down there and fed them, they literally just went with us like, hi, I'm just gonna follow you because I just love being here with you. It even loves our dog. Yes, we even know to modify Mr. Sean's latent deductions and turn them into the great ones they ought to be. Because there was actually one time when our neighbor's turkey was actually attacked by an animal. It was fine, and I think it's fine now because it actually pisses off our neighbor's dog now that it got. But it actually hid as far up, close to our fence, in the grass as possible. And our dog was like, we're crazy. Our dog went crazy because of that. And we know that it's not because he wanted to go after the turkey. He knew that the turkey, that something had happened with the turkey. And he literally was like, he wanted to be with the turkey. Like, wanted to protect it. Like, I want to be here, I want to be here. Like, our dog cares for animal. Of course, he loves to chase them as well, but mostly because for fun. He did manage to grab a rabbit a few years back. Had it in the neck. Still alive. He had no idea what to do with it, so he let it go. It went away, and he just ran after it. He does it for fun. He even cared about horses. Yeah, like, he even knows what a horse is. I've said it before, but I'm gonna tell the new people here that our dog... Oh, for fuck's sake, Sholmes. Yeah, he had done it again. But our third neighbors had horses, have horses. And he actually used to talk to them. Like, he could hear them talking. We heard our dog. We heard them talking. We heard our dog. Like, they talk with each other. So when our dog actually went and checked, we had like horse races on television. He literally looked at the television and looked out the window like, how the hell did they manage to get on television? But one day, one of those horses unfortunately got too sick, and they have to get rid of it. And I'm not joking, but our dog, we didn't know about this. We did not know this had happened, but our dog was like depressed for a week. Like, we didn't know what happened. Like, we didn't know what had happened there. So we actually asked, we just heard from our neighbor that, yeah, they had to get rid of one of the horses. And we just, like, he heard it from the horses. Our dog learned from the horses that one of them had disappeared. Our dog cares about animals. Also, what did you say? Our dog did that too. She caught a squirrel and got confused and then let it go. Yeah, I had chased a bird once and accidentally killed it. Yeah, but to be honest, actually, we have squirrels pissing our dog off as well. They are in the trees, sees our dog, and just starting, like, talking with our dog. And our dog just goes nuts. They just start barking at them and just talking with each other. But yeah, so, like, I know, like, there are books and stuff that talks about, like, dogs doesn't watch television, dog doesn't really understand what's going on and stuff like that. It's absolute bullshit. They understand so much more than you think. Like, he could talk with horses. They probably doesn't understand word like word. Like, if I would probably, like, just to take for an example, if I would hear a Russian speak Russian, it probably is a bad, I don't know if it's a good or bad example. I probably wouldn't understand what they said. I probably would understand sort of like if they were angry, if they were sad and stuff like that because of the how it sounds and stuff. Probably, I don't know. But that's just the thing then, that people didn't understand them, but they understood the tone of it. So it is like, they know more than you think, dogs. They're smart. This has nothing to do with... Yeah, so this is just a recap, because now we're gonna fix it. Yes, when you recall those horrid events... Yeah, so I'm not gonna do voices for this, because this is redo. I don't do voices for redos. Hold on, because we actually have people that haven't seen this before. I have to do it once more, because it's so goddamn funny. Hold on. Okay, I have to... No, wait, where's the mouse? The mouse is in here. There we go. Kinda. Just because I had to. The thing with that is that dogs can kind of understand us when we command them. But we humans can't even understand a single bark that they do. Yeah, I just could do the curse thing apparently. Sometimes it depends on, it probably depends on the person, because I know there's like people that do have dogs but doesn't give really a shit about them, which is sad and more or less enraging. But there are actually sometimes when I can hear the bark and I can just understand, like, oh, it's that kind of bark. It wants food. It's that kind of bark. It wants to go out. So we do actually can sometimes understand them if we actually care enough for them and actually do listen to them. But you're not sure Mr. Sean has read her quite correctly, is that it? Could there be another way to interpret her expression then? Yeah, apparently I become a cursed waifu. Nice. Let's take a moment and really look very closely at Miss Pavlova. Are we gonna do the roll around thing? Oh yeah, oh. Wait, where the hell did this snake come from then? Because if that snake is not hers, because that is Scratch's. Whose snake is that? Okay, now I'm so confused, because I thought about a snake. We have seen the snake now, but that is like that. First of all, if a snake had three teeth, then holy crap. Like, okay. Naruto-san, look. That looks like a very painful wound. Yeah, what kind of snake has a claw or three teeth? Fairly recent too. Well, whatever scratch there doesn't appear to be around here. Did the snake eat it? Yes. Oh, I hope not. I hope not. It's a big enough snake for it. And I don't really chew, so yeah. Okay, good. Goody gumdrops then. Yes, when you recall those horrid events, that claw scratch smarts with pain. Indeed. And a simple observation reveals that the wound is fresh. Well, either a cat, like... Well, first of all, it's a very, like, small, so I thought of a kitten. Miss Pavlova did in fact receive that scratch sometime last night. Like, it wouldn't surprise me, like a big enough snake would probably be able to do it. But at the same time, it doesn't really look that fat, and I don't think it would just do it, like, manage to eat a, I don't know, devour a kitten in the night. And when I'm sad, the pain of this wound is worse. Okay. Yeah, no problem, Turtle Girl. I'll see you later. I'll probably see you on Thursday with more. I was basically Code Vein because they said something about that, but yeah, Scarlet Nexus. Because people said it's like Code Vein. I don't really know what to like say it to be like, because Code Vein is like a sort of Dark Souls. But I don't really know what Scarlet Nexus is like, what sort of game that could be like sort of style with, other than like a normal RPG style. With like mission areas. And naturally, it was the friend with which you boarded this vessel, was it not? I suspected. Not a telltale glance. Without doubt, your friend is the rhythm. So if it's not the serpent, it sounds like the scratch on the back of the problem hand was made by this friend of hers, doesn't it? Except snakes doesn't have claws, do they? No, they don't. They don't even have hands or feet which might grow. I do love that you say hands and feet. Technically, dogs doesn't have hands and feet, but they have limbs and paws and claws. So I do love to say hands and feet. Just say limbs. Limbs works well. Or paws. If that snake isn't her pet, what trident is friends of hers? Wait, is Stroganoff hiding something behind his back? Is he hiding something behind his back? Hold on. Nope, nothing there. Oh. Oh! Oh, it's a picture! I just saw a picture. It is a cat! Oh, that's a cute cat. That's the largest bell. Bell! Bell! If that's a purple bell, then the cat has actually been inside of the room. Bell! Cold Vein is an anime Dark Souls. It's called Nexus and like a modified version of Final Fantasy remake. Kinda, other than I actively have to attack in Scarlet Nexus, and I don't need to do that in Final Fantasy 7. That's such a cute cat though. I like cats. I like a lot of animals. Nervous around many of them? Yes. I do not say I hate any sort of cat. Yes! Any sort of cat, any sort of animal. I don't think at least I hate any animal. Nervosity is another thing. Without doubt, your friend is a little kitten we see before us. Yes, the scratch on the back of your hand makes that undoubtedly clear. I do love it just walks on with it like, yes, I had that idea from the beginning. Like, holy crap. The whereabouts of this black kitten isn't clear. What's clear is that you brought the animal with you when you ran away, didn't you? Well, I'm gonna do something for later here. So I'm gonna go in here. Oh, I'm good. I have that open. Good. That's gonna be for later. Darka is my best friend. Oh, Darka. It literally sounds like dark, so I kinda do like that name, Darka. Or Darka. I don't know how to pronounce it. I couldn't leave her behind. Of course not. Seriously, you don't leave animals behind. I know some people like, oh, we're losing people here. I know some people like have to leave animals when they like travel to other countries, but like me and my parents and stuff, we never leave our animal. Darker will appear to be a Russian blue. Is it a blue cat? Okay. Yeah, I'm guessing so as well. And with thought of how many people that is or used to be here, I actually feel like I want to repay the kindness I got today by raiding one of the other team members as well. The victim's written observation on the night in question tell of a speckled hand. Wait, speckled band. Did I read speckled hand? Oh, it said band. I read it wrong. So hopefully we do have still some people around here. This specimen marking do not fit that description in any way. Who's the snake then? Who owns the snake? What explanation can we give Gray? What was this sight tell the victim's eyes last night? So, what is it that she actually have in their hand? It's not a snake skin, it's something else. Cat toy? Would it be a cat toy perhaps? She just left it in her pocket, no one ever would have known. Yes, toys like that are Mrs. Sean's specialty. Okay. I guess we're gonna do a deduction. It might just be late for people. I've been streaming for 3 hours. What if the snake was Smen Stroganoff's? I mean beef, not Smen, beef Stroganoff. And that way the snake was calm on his head, probably. Because it literally looks like he's kind of calm with that snake on his head. What is Miss Paula hiding behind the back? I don't know. Let's check. Oh, what's that? Hello. Oh, that's not the snake's rough skin. That's... Check that. Well, it's speckle and it's a band, but... What is it? It seems to be soft and fluffy. A long piece of cloth of some sort. And it looks like a handle on that. It's a cat toy. It's a cat toy. Wait, did the cat bring the toy with it? Or did the cat manage to somehow sneak into the other room? And she tried to just, like, lure the cat back with that thing? Kitten in particular love that sort of play. Oh yeah, I know they do. Some of them do. I have played with one with my old... I used to play with my old neighbor, my friend. They had kittens. Some of them did like to play with toys, and some of them you're just lazing around. Yes! That was a bit half and half, to be honest. Yes, the thing you're trying but failing to conceal is a cat toy. Precisely, and the two native of them now infamous speckled band. Like, seriously, this dude just takes on the train of whatever I say. He waved it around, I presume. Naturally, the victim would not fail to notice it. But why? For what reason? To call the cat back? I think she wanted to call the cat back, but she couldn't. So she went to actually get it. Also, I do love I said the speckled band was actually a snake, and apparently it's not. But we still have a snake in all of this, which is... what the hell? After a feline friend disappeared through the ventilator into the neighboring cabin, Miss Pavlova attempted to use the speckled cat's toy to incite the creature to return. Ah, there was the orange thing again. Shit, you missed it. In summary, the nature of this friend of Miss Pavlova's, which last night infiltrated the scene of the crime, is a bit of some Russian blue breed of cat by the name of Dark. I think we at least got her there. A truly troublesome feline, young Dark is proving to be. She must be caged once found. You will forgive us for borrowing the photograph of your pet, Miss Pavlova. It's a nice kitten. Like, that's the thing. Cats are very difficult to control. Like, I don't know about people in, like, cities, because I know that sometimes when they need to take the cat out, they don't let them just out and they have them in a leash and stuff. But where I live, they go free and hunt whatever they can find. It was after I gave her food last night. That when it happened. Yeah, the cat at least can climb that thing if they want to. She scratched the back of my hand and then ran up the bell cord. Before I could do anything, she had disappeared through the ventilator. Darka, she is so naughty. Well, we at least got the identity. Beloved kitten. Beloved kitten! Oh, I'm getting hungry now. Probably gonna do another egg thing. I was probably about to do some pancakes. But unfortunately the milk is... I don't have any more milk. And seriously, it's kind of getting a bit late here, so nah. So I'm gonna do myself a fried sandwich with a fried egg on it. Which apparently is something that British people eat, because I showed my father, like, yeah, that's something we do, and call it something else. Because I said I was roasting bread, but I don't have any toaster here, so I used my pan and some butter. And to be honest, it's so delicious. Like, recently that has been like my supper, and it's so good. Like that and just some chocolate milk. It's just like, yes. According to data which have been would be appear there was no visible sign of injury. Yeah, we know this. So yeah, so I kind of have like an unspoken rule when playing these games. If it's like something I've been told again, I'm not gonna do voices. Yeah, there is no venom. There is no venom. There is no venom. I know. Yeah, that's right. I know this is no venom. And also welcome humble viewers to the stream I'm holding. Because someone wasn't poisoned. How did he manage to break his neck without any external wounds? I'm trying to figure that out, but I have no idea. This information is missing now. Yeah, this thing.
Yes!
We probably should actually read the post-mortem report. Oh yeah, there will be carnage. Oh, I really want to watch that movie. I really want to. I do love the Venom movie. I think I have it here. Yeah, I have it here. I actually watched it. I remember now. I liked the Venom movie, to be honest. It's absolutely a good movie. His neck was... Indeed, the breaking of the several vertebrae is fatal. Only that Goliath, sorry, for some reason I missed a T there. To be strong enough to survive. Seaman Stroganoff isn't some immortal freak, you know. Oh, but it is big and it is burly. The jury is out. Anyway, we have a good authority that the victim's neck was broken. Now, if we take that as a fact, we can reasonably imagine that there remains evidence to affirm the scene of the crime. He's gonna say the goddamn neck thing again. It's not the deceased's body. In other words, he was probably struck by something or someone. And yet no weapon was found though. I do wonder what we can find for something here. It's possible that he had a fall and hit the ground awkwardly. It was terrible of misfortune that he broke his neck completely by accident. Yeah. A bad fall could explain it. It's rather hard to believe Kazuma Samata. He wasn't a clumsy man. It would surprise me if he was clumsy. He wouldn't probably have a sword laying around. Well, we need to fix the deduction somehow. Is there anything from the scene that would explain what happened? Anything from the scene? Well, it is technically this. This is the only thing we can find in here that is on the scene of the crime. Yeah, and that's a bell. I believe that's a bell for the cat. Because the marks is the marks of the shoe. Yes, an examination of the mark of on the floor would prove the cause of death conclusively. This practical mark, so prominently visible next to the victim's body, is a deposit of shoe polish. Polish? Indeed. Positively identified by the little analysis device I constructed, which I carry now as a matter of course. Yeah, he has it in his bag. His whole bag is a computer. Beeswax, tallow, and dye were my results. The undeniable ingredients of shoe polish. Okay, nice to know. And the color of the polish is perfect match to the color of Miss Asogi's laced leather shoes. Nice leather shoes. Looking at this mark, it's not hard to imagine what happened. For some reason, Asogi must have caught his foot at that point on the floor and tripped. Please, no. And by a dreadful turn of misfortune, caught his neck against some immovable object as he fell to the floor. Poor sod! Did they say this is an accident? Oh, poor sod. Suffering a fatal blow to the spine, and the victim's vertebrae scattered. In that instant, he lost his life. God. I don't know. I don't know anything about this. Is that really true, Miss Pavlova? What about the evidence left at the scene where Mr. Sogi lost his life? Yes, the facts are clear as day to me. You did all you could to conceal the incriminating evidence. But now your involuntary glance betrays the hiding place you choose. That's right. You hid the evidence that links to... Whoa. Yeah, not a traveling case. I don't believe it. Assuming someone merely tripped over and now is no more? It can't be true. I refuse to accept it. If it was an accident, then I was kinda correct when the trip, but I got the person wrong. It was not her luck. Yeah, true. Absolutely true. I'm getting kinda knackered here. It's technically overtime for me, but I'm gonna finish this. Here in this cabin, somewhere in the direction she was just... her eyes were checking. I am hungry now. I'm gonna have an egg sandwich later because I love eggs. I love eggs, I love sandwich. It's gonna be good. Is she looking at the tiara again? That's right, you hid the evidence that links you to... Okay, well, I'm just gonna check what they... Oh, wait, trash can? This is a waste paper basket. Perhaps also the first-class cabin have them. But Miss Pavlova only started occupying this cabin late last night. Presumably there is not much rubbish in there yet. Oh, bell, 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 bell. We have found the bell. We found the bell. We found the second part of the bell. It's a broken piece of glass, isn't it? Yes, it is. And I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. I have... Where's the cat, by the way? If it looks familiar, perhaps it's more than you think. Than your mind simply playing tricks on you. Yeah, let's yes! Present it. It's in there. I feel like Sholmes is a bit half blind sometimes. Literally, oh, you're looking at the case. What? Not really. That's right. You hid the evidence that links you to the victim's death in the waste paper basket. We have fragments of some incredible glass object, it would seem. One that has a familiar air, in fact. Precisely. We found another piece of broken glass on the floor in Mr. Asogi's cabin. And as you can see, the two pieces fit together perfectly. Oh no. So, Miss Pavlova, shall we consider what this tells us? Would it be that part of this glass object, which was eventually broken at the scene of the victim's death, could be found in a wastepaper basket in your cabin? Why was I about to say newspaper there? For some reason I read it as the newspaper. I'm getting knackered here. You're well acquainted with this glass bell, are you not? I don't know. Is that a hushed Russian accent of yours? Won't save you this time, dear girl. Why? Because we have conclusive evidence linking you to the bell in question. Yeah, it's the... Take it away, Mr. Naruto. At least it allows us to do shit. Even though it more or less just joins the train now and then. Yes. The evidence linking Miss Pavlova... Yeah, easy. Easy. We just got it. This thing. Yes! The bell. The big bell around the cute kitten. If you look at this photograph, you can clearly see hanging from Darka's collar. We cannot see the collar, but we can see it's a bell. The very glass bell in question. The truth caught up with you, Miss Pavlova. The young man who lost his life last night died so after a truly inauspicious fall. Inauspicious... What? What was that word? And the cause of that fateful stumble. Your absent feline friend Dark. Either that or the ship moving. Because we more or less learned that it can lock the door, it can move object and make it look like a mess, and it might just fall because of that. So I'm getting a feeling I might just try and defend her and the kitten. I can't tell anyone. I'm sorry. There we go. Death by tripping over a cat. That's a way of going out. Deduction complete. There we go. The deduction is complete. 12 minutes after the stream was supposed to end. So yeah, I'm gonna end it here.